Hey, this is Keith at Half Tracks and Honeybees, out for my morning walk with Samson. Say hey, Samson. In today's video, we're going to start doing some cleanup on our boxes and frames in the supers that I've pulled off. I think I've got around, I don't know, 50 boxes, 500 frames, something like that to do. So it's a bit of work, but it gives you a chance to go through and sort your frames, get out the dark ones, the ones you want to use in a brood box next year, maybe get out the ones that didn't get drawn out the way you wanted them. This gives you a chance to sort them and clean them, make sure they don't have any honey in them before you store them that could mold or do something bad. Put those out, maybe let the bees rob them. So but yeah, this is a good chance to do an inventory and see what you got and clean them up. And then you got to get, or I put my moth crystals on. Not something that you got to do, but in some places apparently they can get away with just storing them outside, letting them get plenty of sunshine. But around here, man, if you stick a super out with comb in it, something's going to eat it up. So anyway, we'll go through all that and I'll show you how I do it. So here we go. Got about, I don't know, 35, 40 supers I'm working on today. It's raining outside, it's a good day to do this. The honey flow is just about over with. They're still bringing in something, but it's time to start looking at storing some of our supers till spring next year. So we'll be putting some moth crystals on there, and after we clean them up. But first we got to clean them up. So if you remember these drawn out frames, this is gold. You want to take care of your equipment. It'll last you a long time, but it needs just a little bit of cleaning at the end of every year. Always scrape off the top bars. Then I like to knock the propolis off of these spacer sides. It ain't rocket science. It's just good work for a rainy day. Always scrape them away from you too. Don't, remember a few weeks ago I had a video where I stabbed myself, but don't, look where you're aiming at if you do it like that. You know, that's just like this, or even if you do that, bad plan. Don't do that. Just like using a razor knife. Cut away from your hand. Now I'm not going to bore you watching me do this with the 200 or 300 frames, because it's kind of the same for all of them. And this is a good time too to sort your frames. Sometimes in the heat of battle you grab some frames and throw in a super because you don't have anything else to put in the super. And it's a good time to sort some of that stuff out. You might have threw a dark frame in your super, which really, that don't need to be in a super. That needs to be in a brood box. So I separate all that stuff out. You also run across some frames that aren't drawn out good. I don't want that in a super. I can put that in a brood box or something and they'll finish drawing it out. So it's a good time to separate all that stuff. Plus you can clean your boxes up as you go. They ain't gotta be perfect. I like to clean off the rest. Then I like to scrape a little bit onto the sides. By no means am I getting all of it. And don't worry, this box down here, that's a bunch of old stinky combs that's going to go in the swarm box next year. So if they get some junk in them, that's just fine. But that's how I do that. Pretty amazing, huh? No. Now here's what I do for my moth crystals. I've got the super stacked 8 mediums high. That works good for me. I put these shims on here. These were made out of ripping some medium boxes that I didn't need in half. I also have some that I've made using 1x4s that you get at the lumberyard. That's what they look like. Very easy to make. But then I just put a paper plate on top of the frames in each box. And these are the moth crystals that I use. This is the same stuff as paramoth. The active ingredient you need to look for, let me get my glasses, is dichlorobenzene. Did you get that? Dichlorobenzene. These aren't just regular old mothballs like your grandma used. This is different stuff. Regular old mothballs will kill your bees. So make sure you get crystals with dichlorobenzene. Got that? Okay. Okay. Well, then I just take the moth crystals. They're not really crystals, they're little balls. You see that? I put about that many on each paper plate. And if one of them runs off the plate and drops down in the boxes, it's no big deal. Because these little balls go away anyway, especially when the weather's warm. You need to check them every couple of weeks until it gets cool, and then the crystals will last a lot longer. After I do that, I use some of these political signs I get from the local, these came from the GOP. I don't think this lady won, but I put those on top of my boxes to seal them. And I might put something else on top to weight them down a little bit. If I have some of these shims, I might just set some of those on there like that. But that's all there is to that. Like I said, you need to keep a check on them every couple of weeks in warm weather because they will dissolve quickly. My shop will smell like Grandma's house before long. They smell like regular old mothballs, but it is not the same. Now, come spring, all I have to do is air these things out a couple of days before I put them on. So you just have to think about when you're going to use them. You pull the crystals off of them a couple of weeks beforehand. I just unstack them so air can get in them. You're good to go. I never had a bit of problem with moths. Never had a bit of problem putting them on and the bees having issues. So that's how I do that. Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? No, that wasn't fun, but it's something you need to do. So altogether, I did about 500 frames today, about 50 boxes. So that's not all of them. I'll still have to pull the rest of the supers before I start my mite treatments. I might do that next week. The weather's good. So anyway, do you have to do that? No, you don't have to clean your frames or boxes, but it sure does make working with them a whole lot easier next spring. Not stuck together. Everything comes apart, move it around. Just makes it easier using them. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you like it. And please make sure you always take time to enjoy the buzz. Y'all take care.